The best advice? Jan Frodeno messaged me and said, don't worry, your body will remember. I.e., don't push it hard right now. Chill. Let yourself heal because your body will remember. Coming from him, someone who's already done it, went through this, means a lot.
What are you doing right now?
I'm involved in an extremely serious, high-stakes game of Monopoly Deal. I'm already the world champion, though, so I mean, when you have a target on your back like this, it can be difficult.
When I got here, you had told me that you, and I thought you were joking around, but you couldn't even put on your boxers. Tell us kind of like a little bit how that is, and then about kind of your last physical therapy session. How you kind of hit a new breaking point with squatting with Tim Jones?
Yeah, it's not that I couldn't put on my boxers, it's that it hurt to put on my boxers. And so if something hurts or you can feel it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. So I had been sitting down to put on my shorts and my bathing suit and all that kind of stuff, or holding on to something, just because of the full movement over and then having to pull upwards, put a lot of strain in the area that's injured. So that was starting to subside actually after the first few days after the first dry needling session. And then I went back to the physio a few days later, 5 or 6 days later, and I was able to do all the exercises, a couple of new ones, like for instance the hamstring hip curl exercise where you put your feet up on a ball and then you pull it inwards. And I had told Sam I'm afraid to do that exercise. Like I just know it's gonna hurt. It's gonna kind of aggravate it. And he took me through a few different steps, and we were like, does that hurt? No, nothing. Okay, well, let's go to the next step. And then after just 6 days, I was able to do that exercise and no sensation. So that was really nice. And then the big one was squats, kind of like to a box squat. With just a 10-pound weight, but even picking up to do a bicep curl, even just let's say 3 weeks ago, a 10-pound free weight, just because of the torsion through your body with a free weight, I could feel it. So to be able to do squats and have a free weight, it was really fantastic. So yeah, it's like, you know, when you're constantly feeling something and then finally you don't feel it, it's just such an awesome feeling. And just, you know, it's also fantastic to know that the thing is healing. Of course, you know, the science, blah, 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 it's saying, so yeah, it's going to heal in whatever, 8 to 10 weeks or whatever. It's nice when you actually see the results of healing. And so that was quite a nice piece of that session. The physical therapist I'm currently working with, Sam Rockwater, I actually was recommended through the doctor who I went to have the diagnosis done. And, really good sports doctor, also a triathlete. He's a young guy, he's 28, 29, but he happened to be the guy who worked with Ben Hoffman, so he also has a lot of experience. Obviously, that was a successful rehabilitation as he won South African Championship. So, you know, it's just difficult to wrap your head around 12 weeks when you've gone 10 years without having to take more than 2 weeks off. So eventually I wrapped my head around it, and fortunately I'm through the hard part, I guess, now, I think, because now I feel like, you know, I pushed 200 watts today. Don't feel like I'm doing any damage or anything, and don't feel it afterwards. So, I mean, we're just getting to the point, you know, the beginning stage of where the bone's probably actually starting to heal, you know, 6 to 8 weeks, they say, for a bone to heal, and they're giving me a little longer off of running. So, I feel like I'm past the hard part, and I feel like, you know, now I'm just putzing around, playing Monopoly Deal, becoming, you know, basically a professional level Monopoly Deal player.
Your turn.
Okay. Too bad.
How'd that feel?
I mean, it doesn't feel that bad.
I thought you were a Monopoly deal expert.
Yeah, it's a game of longevity, and don't worry, I have a high percentage win rate. Right? It's like poker. You're gonna
But
lose,
it's like your fourth game ever, right?
You're gonna lose some hands.
It's your fourth game ever?
You're gonna lose a couple of hands, but in the long run, I will be champion. We'll start off with taking this.
No.
No.
No, you can't do that. I would have done that to you. I would have done that. Hey, oh my god. I want to break your other hip right now. I would have done that. I just want Alright, well, at least his victory dance sucks.
What does an injured day look like as in the life of Lionel Sanders?
Sleep in till you can't sleep anymore, and then get up, make a coffee, then sit on the couch until your neck hurts. Have a good laugh about Talbot trying to get his flight changed on Delta and literally calling 3 times with just asinine stories about why they should waive the fees and waive the change in price. And then finally start the day with a really good swim, actually. I'm really, this is going to have been a blessing because I'm learning so much being forced to pull, as well as now that I have no race in the near future. I thought you were laughing at me.
That's funny.
Now that I have no race in the near future, I can finally do what I've wanted to do, which is learn to breathe to the left. And to do that, I've started to bilateral breathe, which, yeah, 100% agree that, in a race situation, you should breathe every 2 strokes. But in terms, if you want to develop a well-rounded, balanced stroke, then I'd highly recommend bilateral breathing, and already starting to see improvement in my stroke in many different areas for learning to do that. And then the pulling, because for whatever reason I never really learned to swim without kicking from the beginning, I developed a kick-driven stroke, and that's all fine and dandy if you have a pretty good kick, but my kick literally is horrendous. And so I have this kick-driven stroke with a terrible kick, so it's creating a massive amount of drag. Literally every 2 strokes, huge scissor kick to jumpstart the stroke. So pulling is allowing me to learn to jumpstart the stroke without kicking, to do it with the pull. And anyways, long story short, had a really good and informative swim, and then they're about to play the music, so I got to get the rest of this interview done quickly, and then came home, had some lunch, and then had a fun bike ride with Talbot and Darren, and these guys are pushing the pace on me. I told them, no, slow down, I'm injured, and then Talbot's sticking the knife in, twisting it. Aaron's on my wheel telling me to hurry up, you weakling. It was really sad. Anyways, I got through that, and then we came home and got ready to go to Topgolf, which was the first time. I'd always made fun of Talbot for trying to get me to go there. So I'm like, who in the world would go to this dumb driving range? Like, at least go play around the golf or go to a real driving range. But anyways, it's actually a really fun place. It's really cool. They got like the balls have trackers in them, and it can register which basket it goes into. It's a really cool, fun thing. So we did that. We played that for, I don't know, 2 hours. And then these guys didn't have enough with me whooping them at golfing. So they suggested
Can you teach me how to play Monopoly Deal better like you? So here I am giving instructions on how to become a phenomenal. This one's for Worf?
Yep, this one's for Cam Worf. Oh. What is it? 12 points.
Am I done?
Yeah.
Monopoly Deal player.
Give Aaron 4 million. Shut up.
4 million?
Yes.
God.
I talked too much.
Oh
eh?
my
Wow, it's just
God.
this drawn out nothingness.
Guys, we can't win. Aaron and I, we can't win at anything. It doesn't matter if it's Monopoly Deal or golf. He always beats us. He always beats us. Always.
That's a little bit better. I'm laid off, so I don't.
You're what?
I'm laid off. You have a job, so I got plenty of time. Hey y'all, just wanted to say thanks for watching this extremely depressing injury series. Hopefully next round will be a little bit more positive and more interesting and more motivating.